guys, and welcome back to Platicando Verde Blanco y Todo, a podcast. I'm your host, Maya de la Luz. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. I know I've been a little out of touch lately, but I want to just jump right into today's episode, and today is dedicated to betrayal and infidelity. Um, this one, when I was doing my research and my questions to followers and stuff, this one's kind of stirred up a little bit. I asked that if people thought, the question was, do you think people change? Or do you think, once a cheater, always a cheater? Or um, the second part was, do you think that different people bring out different sides of you? So I'll kind of touch base on that. Um, but the actual definition of infidelity is, and this is important later on, but it says the action or state of being unfaithful to a spouse or other sexual partner. So I thought it would be a little more specific on whether it's physical, emotional, but I guess it was just it wasn't very specific. And so when I asked people, I want to say 85%, and I don't want to exaggerate, but I think about 85% of people said that they thought that different people bring out different sides of you. Um, one, two people said once a cheater, always a cheater. And then one person said that they believe people do change. And then after I spilled my spill, they agreed, yeah, no, different people bring out different sides of you. So I feel that a lot of times we hear, oh, so and so cheated on so and so, and you automatically think that it was just physical, but I do believe that it's a lot more than that. I always said that if it's something that you wouldn't do in front of your partner, you shouldn't do it behind their back. So like I had this conversation today about, what if you go out with somebody and you're just like a friendly person, an outgoing person, and you're just like that, and that person knows you're like that, but you talk to the waitress a certain way and your partner's not there. My opinion is that if you wouldn't do it when your partner's there, then you shouldn't be doing it when they're not there. um the other person that I was talking to said, well, I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah, but would you do that in front of your significant other or not? Like, it just comes down to the principle of things. um and then two is, would you like your partner to be doing what you're doing? So it's just a lot of that double standard. I feel like a lot of times men kind of get the, not not that we get the shorter end of the stick, but they, oh, boys are going to be boys. Oh, men cheat, just, and that's not it. Like, I don't want to sound very feminist, but I feel that if it's okay for one to do it, it's you. If you do something, if you cheat, if you do this, if you do that, then you're saying that it's okay for your partner to do it. I mean, it's not okay, but you're giving that vibe off. So with that being said, that brought me to the next part, and what, different guys that gave me their opinion said that mostly for men, the cheating is just strictly physical. um and and for women, it's emotional. You, and not everybody, because everybody's different, but I do feel that by the time a woman, a good woman that you have at home, that cooks, cleans, that takes care of you, takes care of the kids, but you treat like shit, I feel like by the time she is ready to actually cheat on you, she begged you to change. She probably forgave you plenty of times. And when the tables turn, because the tables, that's one thing about them tables, they always turn when it's finally her turn to cheat. Not that it's right, and I don't by no means want to say that, fight fire with fire. But when it's finally her turn to do even part of what the man did, they can't take it. Um, because by then, I read somewhere that it said something about when men cheat, it's just physical, but when women cheat, it's been planned out. So, it takes me back to the same thing, that it's not just the physical part. So, I was when I was doing research and looking, at different people's opinions, the conversation about is messages cheating, and it takes me back, and I literally will come back to this. I don't know how many times today. Take a shot for every time I come back to this. But if you wouldn't do it in front of your partner, that's cheating, in my opinion. And y'all are all entitled to your own opinion, because lately my social media has been just, my opinion is my opinion. I don't care what you do with your life. This is my opinion. You can have your own. If you're talking to somebody and you feel the need to hide it, if you wouldn't do it in front of your partner, if you physically or emotionally, it's cheating. You're being unfaithful. Um, Another thing was that when men get caught, so this is the second part to it that I'm just, when men get caught, they have a million and one excuses. And so it's, and it's different for women. I feel that when women get caught cheating, they have the reason, they have the facts, they come with receipts. When men get caught, they say it was a mistake. Oh, it didn't mean anything. Um, I was mad at you. Let me see, what else have I heard? Those are the main three that I'm just like, are you fucking serious? When men cheat, they have a bunch of excuses. The main three that just blow my mind. It was a mistake. A mistake is, I forgot to take the chicken out the freezer. That's a mistake. It didn't mean anything. I was just mad at you. And if nothing else, I feel that if you have to cheat, or if when you're mad at someone and your first thought is to cheat, get help, go to therapy, stay single. You have more unresolved issues than just that anger that you have in that moment. So I kind of have a story to go with that. And it's not easy for me to talk about, but I do want to share, um because it's real. I mean, like I always said, I'm an open book. Um and it's hard for me to talk about, not because, I mean, of course, yes, it's one of those things that it's like, it scars you, it traumatizes you, but more than anything, it's just hard for me to understand. It's it's hard for me to believe you can do somebody like that, just in general. Not saying that I'm perfect, by no means, but there's just like certain things, cosas que no se perdonan, cosas que nunca te imaginarías que ciertas personas te hicieran. En uno se llena la boca de cosas buenas y bonitas diciendo de la gente. I feel like it's always, as soon as you say, my man would never, that they go nevering like never before. So, long story short, it was 2 weeks before my birthday. I'm sitting at home watching movie, whatever, put my phone on the charger, let it sit there, completely disregard my phone. I wasn't expecting any calls, messages, anything like that. So, um, I don't know, for whatever reason, me and my ex were fighting at the time. And it was something stupid, though. It wasn't anything like I mean, maybe it was stupid to me and it was a big deal to him, but it just, I mean, for what he did, I thought it was something stupid. So, I think we were fighting about maybe I hadn't answered my phone or something that it was like very minor, like calm down, bro, like just come over. So I thought he was at home. In reality, he was out and about, and if you're from Houston, you know he was on Washington Avenue at the old it doesn't matter where he was at. The point is, he was out at a bar, met some random chick, según, ¿verdad? Yo no sé quién sabe, cada quien. Met this girl. Um, the way he told the story, and there's always three sides to every story: her side, his side, and the truth. Um, I was over here, she was over there. We made eye contact. At the end of the night, she said, "What's up? What you doing after this?" I said, "Nothing much." Um, one thing left to one thing led to another, and then they went home together. While I'm at home, minding my business. Well, um, fast forward 5 months, we're still together. I find out that there's a baby on the way. Um, I stayed, and thought, I'm gonna see things through. I really care about this person. And that was my first mistake, ignoring well, my first mistake was ignoring the red flags. But I honestly like I saw a future. I My toxic trait has always been seeing the best in everybody. You can be a piece of shit person and I'm still going to believe that you have something good in you. Um but I feel, you know, people choose to do what they want to do. Um and that's why I always say that if somebody's going to cheat, they're going to do it whether it's you're right there on their ass or you're at home chilling. So there's that, but I mean the full story is a story for another day. Um which brings me to what I was saying, that if you have to cheat when you're mad, then you might just want to be single. You might want to go to therapy. You might want to figure out why you are the way you are. Um and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but we have a lot of different traumas and stuff. A lot of things that our parents did, a lot of things that we went through that cause us to be who we are, and to do the things that we do. And it's always not always good things. Um, I believe cheating is a personality trait. I believe when somebody does things like that to intentionally hurt you, knowing it's going to hurt you, that's just their character. And so I was watching a speech that Chris Rock gave about, cheating. And he said guys cheat because they want something new. When women find out they are somebody new, and you never get the same person again, and now you have a bad new. It's always tough when you decide to forgive someone because the person that does wrong expects you to one day to the next just say, "Yes, I forgive you," and ahí quedó, ahí murió. And that's not it. It's not over just that easy. You're gonna begin to think, you know, who is it? You're gonna obsess over this idea of who is this person? What do they have that I didn't? Um, does he even love me? Does he even care about me? And it's just gonna be like anything and everything that it's gonna be a process, and the person that did the damage is not gonna see it that way. I saw another interview, And the girl was like, the man is gonna bring it up 3 months for, you know, not bring it up, but the conversation is gonna spark up an argument, something, a disagreement, and he's gonna say, "Damn, it's been 3 months. You're still not over it." Like, until you've been in a situation where you've been cheated on, you don't understand the damage that it does. Um, and with that part of the speech that Chris Rock did, um, when a woman finds out, it flips a switch on. You're now constantly worrying um about where they are, who they're talking to, maybe checking his phone, maybe checking, asking him to share location and not constantly checking it. You're wondering why he took his phone in the restroom, why he's taking 20 minutes in there. Um, why did he get off at 5 and now it's 6 and usually he gets here by 5:45? Just a lot of little things. And so that brings me to the next part. When you decide that you want to stay, when you decide that, I love this person so much that I do believe we can get past this, that I do believe that they can change, that I do believe that, we can work this out. You have to make the decision within yourself. And nobody can make the decision for you. You have to get it. You have to forgive them, but you have to be able to put that so far in the back of your mind that you're not going to bring it up anymore, because forgiving somebody truly means, I know you did it. Um I'm moving past it, and that's it. Um you can't continue to reopen a wound that you yourself decided to keep. Um and I don't know how else I can put it without sounding like a bitch, because you can't tell your husband you forgive him for cheating on you with the neighbor, and then every time a conversation comes up about a neighbor in general, you tell him, that's like chingy chingue. If And I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with you if you do decide to stay after somebody was unfaithful to you, but it's not their life to live. Long-term relationships require a lot of forgiveness, and yes, I don't agree that you have to forgive infidelity for it to last. Forgiveness in, just a lot of different things, a lot of different ways that your partner will hurt you, and that's the kind of forgiveness. But if you are one of the strong ones that will forgive a an affair or just an infidelity, then you truly have to tell yourself and really think about long term what that's going to do. Can you live with somebody that you have to constantly feel, like it's going to be a constant battle with what they're doing, what they're thinking, who they're talking to? And if that's something that you can do, then go for it. I've seen plenty of people come back from cheating, and you know maybe, I mean, of course, to the eye of everybody else, or the social media perfect couple, um it looks okay. But I do believe that if you truly decide that you're gonna move forward with somebody that has cheated on you, you need to not bring it up. um you need to give yourself that time to heal about it, pray about it, whatever you need to do. But then once you tell this person, okay, yes, you fucked up, but I do love you and I do want to stay together. I want us to work past it, and then you two come to the terms that you need to come to, because everybody's relationship's different, and nobody can tell you how to live your life or your relationship. But if nothing else, um that's one of the main things, and that's just, and it goes for anything. If you decide to forgive somebody, it's that chingy ching and bringing it up, it's not going to undo it. So you chose to stay there, so you need to make the adult decision to move on with it, and not bring it up anymore. So, um, if I really had to give any true and like honest advice, it would be leave. Um, Same thing when somebody's physically abusive to you or, whatever. To me, it's one of those things that if they did it once, they're gonna do it again. With cheating, I don't know, cada quien, but I can't I can't stay in a situation where I know somebody cheated on me because ya no voy a estar a gusto. I'm not gonna be comfortable anymore. Um, with everybody that I meet and begin to interact with, emotionally or seeking a relationship with, I allow them to come in 100% clean slate. I don't care what I heard about you. I don't care, and it goes for friendships and stuff like that too. But for relationships, somebody can tell me the shittiest thing about somebody else, and I'm still going to want to see it for myself because people lie. People say one thing and it's completely different. It's their side of the story. And I always say it's his side, her side, and then the truth. Um, but I feel that honestly, if somebody cheats or does something to that, to that effect, um, you should leave. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Um, Vivir a gusto y vivir en paz vale mucho más que cualquier relación con cualquier persona, in my opinion. Because, like I said, once you find out you're not the same, um, you'll be happy one day and something that you see, or let's say you found out the girl's name and you one day y'all are talking about something and he says that name and it's not that person, it's maybe a new coworker or something. That's going to trigger you, so you're always going to have these triggers. You're always going to live your life that way. um and that's, to me, that's not a life to live, but cada quien es diferente. And lastly, do you feel that, back to the main question, do you feel that people change, or, and this was more of a three-part question now that I think about it, but once a cheater, always a cheater, people change, or do different people bring out different things in you? Once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe that statement to be true. However, I do not believe that people change. I believe that different people do bring out different sides of you. For example, I was in a relationship for many, many years, and I was the most toxic and controlling version of myself. Not, I don't want to say too much, but I got to the point where I was looking through that phone every night. I was checking clothes, like going into the washer for numbers, for this, for that. I was checking location from one point to the next. I was pulling up to wherever he said he was going to be at. Um, but also, I feel that due to his actions and due to his previous behavior, those were reflexes. Those were the way I was handling things, the way I felt comfortable, the way I was growing accustomed to reacting to his behavior. In my relationship after that, I had no reason. Again, I came in, allowed him 100% clean slate. I came in and allowed him to prove to me that not everybody was the same. I got fucked over 10 times worse than I did in my first relationship that I just talked about. But now I had the experience of not wanting to be the version that I was originally in the first relationship. So there was no looking through phones. There was no, where are you? What time are you getting home? There was no, who are you with? Because I was conditioned to just be in complete attack mode 24/7 with the ex before that. That with this one, because things were so good for so long, I allowed myself to remove those toxic behaviors and traits from myself and go back to how I originally was. Nonetheless, nothing has been more peaceful and more satisfying in my life than being single and not having to worry about that. And I feel that once I take this time to myself and truly unlearn all those bad behaviors that I picked up out of just having to protect myself, um, the right person will come along. And there's no rush, and there's never rushing that, because that's when you fall into these bad relationships. And um, it's just everything comes from something. So the kind of men that we pick come from, the famous daddy issues, or whatever. But I mean, I say that to say that we shouldn't let one bad experience dictate everything else. We shouldn't just let, because one person treated us like this, all men are going to treat us like this, or all women are going to treat us like this. I honestly, my favorite thing to live by, and to tell people that, is that, everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt. You can't just base your opinion on other people's opinions, because not everybody's happy. A lot of people live in misery and want you to live there with them, and you can go and get somewhere else with that, because you know we choose. We're adults, and we get to choose who we're going to allow to traumatize us or not. I mean, plain and simple. But that's it for today's episode. So thanks again for watching. I will see you back next week, and y'all take care. Bye.